The fiscal year 2020-21 has been the most challenging for Indian real estate. And it is in this challenging year that evaluating the performance of the sector has been even more challenging for us. Track2Realty BrandXReport 2020-21 is finally out in the market. The national brand leader yet again is Godrej Properties. Last year when Godrej emerged as national brand leader, there were many questions. A whole lot of stakeholders wanted to know whether Godrej has been benefited with the fact that they are a volume player now. They have multiple projects. They have carry a corporate legacy with them. There were more questions than probably what could be answered at that point of time. Godrej Properties has, as a matter of fact, strengthened its position in the Indian real estate, and for the second consecutive year, they are the national brand leaders. A whole lot of reasons could be cited for Godrej Properties to emerge out as the national brand leader, but what is most significant is the fact that their fiscal performance has been exemplary. Their sales has been best ever. As a matter of fact, they have been the highest selling real estate company during the year. Most of the buyers are looking for safety. They are looking for brands which could be trusted that they will deliver, where financial challenges won't delay the housing projects. And it is here that Godrej has yet again emerged as the national brand leader. The erstwhile brand leader Sobha Limited, that lost its national brand leadership last year, has improved a bit. It's not far behind Godrej Properties. But then the number one position belongs to just one player, and that is Godrej Properties this time around. As a matter of fact, what we have noticed this year is that the recovery of the Indian real estate has been K-shaped. And in this K-shaped recovery, the larger players, all the big brands have been benefited at the cost of mid-sized players and smaller brands. While Godrej Properties has been the national brand leader, the brand performer of the year has been Bangalore-based Brigade Group. Brigade Group, which was at number 10 nationally last fiscal year, has now scaled up at number 6. This is the most significant performance for Brigade Group. What we have also noticed is that now in the Indian real estate market in general and housing market in particular, it's your brand legacy that is the gold standard. Buyers are increasingly looking for brands that have a legacy of satisfactory delivery. Till now, the trend was that most of the home buyers were looking for ready to move property. Going against this trend, post-COVID, what we have noticed is that the buyers are ready to invest in under construction property of reputed developers, of legacy brands, than the ready to move property of lesser known players in the business. That's a very significant change, because the buyers have realized that even when they buy a ready to move property, you buy what you see. There could be a whole lot of future issues that smaller developers or lesser known brands don't bother to address. This also raises a pertinent question whether listed players have an edge when it comes to brand performance. There is no denying that listed players have an edge. They have been benefited post-COVID. Most of the listed players have better stock performance, better sales graph post-COVID in a market where buyers are increasingly looking for safety. But having said this, we have also noticed that this is not a guarantee. Being listed is not a guarantee of consumer satisfaction index. Buyer satisfaction score is not goaded by whether you are a listed player or you are a non-listed player. Of course, the listed players have better corporate governance, and that's why they have been benefited. But have at the same time, some of the regional brands are as irresistible on their home turf as the national brands. Say, for example, a brand called ABA Corp, a North Indian player. Now, if I look at the ABA Corp is not even could not even be called a North India player. They are confined to their core geography of Noida as of now, and still they are number 4 in North India ranking. They are not even a listed player. So this proves that it is your performance on ground, it is your connect with your consumers that defines your brand leadership. Your brand ranking may be benefited by your getting listed in the stock market, but that is not a guarantee that you will emerge as a credible brand. Some of the bigger players by size have not done as well as the smaller players with limited inventory. Across the country, this trend has been seen. This raises a fundamental question. What is actually defining the brand leadership now? Well, going by the consumer sentiment, I would say if I have to pick up one thing, one specific issue which is defining the brand leadership now is volatility index of the housing market, of the real estate market. When I say volatility index, it's basically the fear index of the consumers. Consumers are increasingly looking for brands which is seen as, which is perceived as risk-free. And most of the top 10 national brands as well as top 10 brands in each key geographies and each product category are those brands which carry a trust that this brand will deliver. It is in this context that Godrej Properties has fared better than many other players having pan-India footprint, and Godrej Properties has that's the reason that Godrej Properties has emerged as the national brand leader for the second consecutive year.